First one, first one. So I just want to understand basically what you did. That's
Please, can you see my screen?
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so we were to create a subclass of like the bank account class you created. So here's my subclass. It's called investment.
Okay.
So yeah, dot underscore underscore
Okay, so what
balance.
does
Hello.
yeah, I'm asking that what does your investment, what does it do? Your
Yeah,
investment.
like the idea is that if you place your money in the bank, if you like recharge, if you deposit money in the bank for a period of time, like you're going to receive like a certain profit. Like the bank uses your money to work
Okay.
and gives you a profit. That's the idea.
Okay.
Yes.
So can I see the I'm
Yeah,
interested in the investment, so maybe do you put them all.
yeah, this is the whole thing. Okay. Please, can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Yeah. So this is the whole something. Like
So now when you run it, and I see maybe I've seen that you created an investment object there, and you call
yeah.
total. Just want to see the output. Just run it. Let me see your output.
Okay.
That's
I'm coming. Hey. Wow. Yeah, I'm coming. Sorry. I corrected something in this one. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, this is it.
okay.
So yeah, this is it.
Okay. So the total.
Basically, it's supposed to calculate a total amount. So the profit you get plus the money you invested. But I was having a problem with the only problem I had with this was with the private instance thing. Yeah. The self, you see, like the initial balance, when you were assigning it to the self, yeah, you made it. You said there was a private instance attribute for account balance. So when I wanted to ask, like,
Mm.
the private instance attributes, can they be used? You see, you said that like they cannot be accessed outside of the class. So does it work for subclasses too? Like when you are creating a subclasses, would they work under a subclass? Please, do you get my question?
Yeah, it will work for the
Because
class when you are not the class. Mhm. It will work
like,
once you are inheriting from. Hello.
hello, I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm saying that what are we are
Mhm.
doing this when it is, I told you the primary. We have when you want something to remain for maybe one class. Okay,
Mhm.
that one is just
Yeah.
one underscore. Instead of
Mm,
just one underscore, in that case, it's local, it's private. It means that
yeah.
when you say something is private, it doesn't access it outside. But when it becomes a local variable, which means that it's only related to that particular class, okay, and that is
Yeah.
what we use one underscore. Okay.
Mhm.
But in this case, when you use the double underscore, you can still access it from other class or other class. So, for instance, if I've added that bank account, which is the payment class, okay,
Mhm.
and then you come to a sub which you have investment, you can still access it.
Mhm. Oh, okay.
So what you've done? Let me see your work. What you've done? You saw last time when it was all showing there. So what you've done here, you have investment. If I can see you. Investment,
Yeah.
that is by 45, right?
Yeah.
Investment, and you add investment and balance. But where is your balance?
So please, the question again.
I'm saying that I've
Mm-hmm.
seen that here you have
Uh-huh.
uh investment, right? I can see you
Yeah.
have investment. If
Mm-hmm.
you can see here, you have investment. And then
Yeah.
if I assign the investment to, but I could see you have rate. Okay. If I assign rate to
Mm-hmm.
this,
Yeah.
so at this point, you decide not to use a private variable there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't use that. But just that you make it that unique. I told you that when you do that, you are making it unique for
Mm-hmm.
that particular variable. Okay,
Yeah.
so any that you are accessing it is unique. Okay, so this you are
Yeah.
using the normal assignment of a variable to that.
Yeah.
So, for instance, you assign this to this. That is your initial part. Okay, you assign this to this. But here, I don't think you need to do this. Where you've done that, that should go into your method. Okay, because I've
The
seen you are trying to add amount and this. It's like balancing.
uh
Okay, so
yeah.
this you should just assign this one. It means you are initializing your balance to the main
Okay.
class. Okay, so you don't need to do that. So that one supposed to go in for
The method.
the method rider.
Okay.
Okay, the method rider should actually have that.
So something like, hey, wait. Please, something like this.
No, let me see something. Now,
Okay.
when you come to your amount, the amount that you're having, what
Yeah.
exactly are you, when it comes to your total, what is
Mhm.
it here in your total? What is it doing?
The
The
what?
total that you have, the total.
Yeah, the total is basically adding the interest. You see, here, like I calculate the interest using the balance times the rate times time. After that, I add like basically the other line of code is to add the interest to your balance. So the total amount is basically uh, the interest plus your balance.
The interest plus your balance.
Balance. Yeah. Like the money you put in.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So here, let me ask you, at this point, what are you doing? What are you doing here? This column. What are you doing?
Where?
Uh, uh, because you have total here. Okay. So it
Yeah.
means that total is a different one, right? A
Mhm.
different, okay. And within your total, I can see you have a parameter, you have a attribute here, time. Is it time or
Yeah, it's time.
it's time?
Yeah.
Okay. And then your rate is from your investment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the amount also from investment, right?
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay. So here you have to first initialize your attributes, okay, to rate.
Mm.
So you have rate here, and then you have amount here.
Yeah.
Okay. So now when you call investment, let's say you
Mhm.
call investment as an object, it
Yeah.
means you're going to input amount, right? And
Yeah.
then okay in there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then set that it use the methods that you have to be
Mhm.
able to do calculation. So within your method, first thing is the amount that you add, okay,
Mhm.
is what we are saying that is self-based. Mean that you are adding the amount from the investment to the
Mhm.
balance,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
which is right, okay,
Mhm.
because you have
Mhm.
yourself, which is right, mean that you are using it here, which is right. And then you when it comes to your investments, so your investment will products will be sorry, you need to calculate your interest, right?
Interest. Yeah.
So it is what the time times what rate times what the
The
amount.
balance. Your amount. Yeah.
Is it the amount that is your balance that is inside um, your bank account, right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's going to give you the the interest rate. Okay,
Exactly. Yeah.
you have interest rate here. So now you can add your interest rate to your what do you call the
The.
balance. Okay,
Mhm.
interest is going to add to the balance. So now your new balance will be the interest rate amount. So
Yeah.
now here you can write the message very well
Mhm.
because it's not like the way I did mine.
Mhm.
You said that the interest rate for this period, like
Mhm.
what you are having here, or you
Yeah.
can create a string variable, okay, a
Uh-huh.
string method. So
Uh-huh.
within your string method, that is where you state it clearly that okay, for a period of 15,
Mhm.
maybe 3 months, okay, you've gotten an interest of Ghana cedi, and then
Okay.
the principal amount was this. Now, based on the interest, now your returns, and so you need to put all those things in your string. That's the purpose of the string. I think
Ah.
I remember the
Yeah.
string. So when
Yeah.
you call investment here, it's not going to give you. You don't need to put method itself.
Mhm.
because how string will give every details to you.
Okay.
How do you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't. I can't see any string method which actually will serve as the string. Okay, so you should create define another function here for uh string. Yeah, yeah. You define string like itself, and then in there you write all.
Uh, uh, please, why is there a that red line under the definition?
No, you are not done because you are not. You still have a content in your.
Uh,
You
but
see, you don't get me. I'm seeing that there's
oh yeah, it wasn't aligned with the other.
okay. Your indent.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, the indentation.
okay. So now you can write your. So here you don't need to do return. Okay,
Uh-huh.
use F formatting string.
Okay,
Okay, there you will be able to actually express yourself very well based on
okay,
the information you want them to see. So you put everything in a placeholder
okay.
within
But
your
like you
formatting.
don't. Please, what you're saying is that we don't have to return anything.
No, I'm saying that when it comes to the
Uh-huh.
string here, you are not returning.
Ah,
So you
ah,
are, you are printing. So I'm saying you should use the F formatting.
okay.
Okay, to print.
Okay. I'm coming.
So now you're going to use a placeholder. So wherever that the variables you want to print, you put them in a placeholder. Okay.
Okay. Hey, I don't even know what to say.
But here, you remember
Uh-huh.
that this line will be wrong. Okay. Where you have your interest. Because you have interest, where is your interest?
This is my interest.
Where is your interest?
As in the
I am seeing that everything
uh-huh.
about class you are calling because you are picking from your interest variable. Where did you create your interest rates?
The interest like it's not an attribute here. Like it was just I just introduced the interest variable here.
Variable. Okay, okay,
Exactly.
okay.
It wasn't an attribute at all.
Not
Oh, I'm confused as to what to write here. But you see, the time it can change, but the time I didn't assign it to self. So I wanted to like in case maybe somebody is using it for example, and the person decides to change the time for maybe this one was 12 months. You get it? Maybe the person decides to do it like 24 months. Yeah. Since I didn't assign it to like time a self, would there be a problem if I use like something like this?
see, what you are doing here,
Uh-huh.
you are supposed to use the self because you are calling the time here.
Uh,
Okay, so it should be self dot time, like
time. Okay.
your where you are calculating. Okay, because you are so if in case you call your method. You can change it anyhow. No,
Okay.
I think you've already done that. Or you didn't.
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
so
I
you
didn't
should do that one.
assign self to time.
Yeah, you should do that one first. Okay, so now here you call that one. So it's the self.time that you use for you. Okay, so the period, so in your formatting string here, you use it to create a place where you want to specify that, okay, for this time period. So that will be self.time placeholder where you want to talk about the rate. You can put self.time in rates for a rate, you are given a rate of this for a period of this. So that period will be the time in this one. So this will be that. Then you look at the interest. Okay. So in that case, the
Okay.
interest rate will also be
Yeah, but unfortunately, you see, the interest was only it wasn't assigned. It was, what should I say? Stuff.
no,
Yeah,
but the
it
interest
was.
is a variable that you set here.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Uh-huh.
that will be use the variable name here
Mm-hmm.
in your placeholder
Oh,
because
okay.
so this is what you place in your placeholder, and then you're going to pick whatever information that has been assigned to that. So when you want to show your balance will you just do self.balance, okay, in a
Okay.
placeholder. You
Okay.
are assigning
I'm
everything
coming.
to the balance. You go to the balance itself. I hope
Okay.
it's clear.
Yeah. I'm coming. I'm coming. I want to frame it well if I'm going to. Oh, you see, like since the they are saying interest is not defined. Considering I only used it, I didn't specify it as one an attribute in the method total amount, and I didn't also assign it to self.
So
Yeah.
to be able to do that, you can assign the interest there as an attribute
Okay.
there, as you have here.
Yeah.
So you leave that one, interest rate, interest amount. Then you give that.
But, but so the idea is that, like, then that means if you want, or okay, so if you use the string method, that would mean that, like, it's going to give you all the info without running the method.
Yeah, without running the method. That is
Okay.
the idea.
Okay. Here.
Okay.
Okay.
So here you can give maybe a default interest of zero.
Okay.
Okay. In your interest, you can give a default interest of maybe zero. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. So, uh, should I run it again or is
You have to run it. So when you run it, then you run it again.
okay?
Oh, now you can, but I still need to create your uh like what you've created is okay. So you create your, then you have to use that one to call. So you can print your money. You need to print your money.
Uh,
But here, me too. You've added another this thing there. I'm going down. Okay. 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 Hello.
hello.
Yeah.
Can I run it now?
Yeah, you can run.
See. Okay, it's giving an error here. Investment object has no attributes interest. Ah, wait. I'm coming. Uh, so like when I run it to give an error, they are saying that the investment doesn't have an attribute interest. So
No. What attribute?
here, you let me. That's the error. You see, attribute error. Investment object has no attribute interest.
Investment object has no
Mhm.
attribute. Okay. So what you use here? Go up.
Mhm.
You created your investment. Okay. And
Yeah.
then use the initial. Okay. So the investment amount, you
Mhm.
give amount and rate.
Yeah.
Okay. So the amount and then the rate that you give. Okay. When you come down there, let's see. Um, So can you scroll up a little bit? Up. No, 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 down, down. Come. I want the investment side.
Uh,
Okay, so what you can do here, what you
yeah.
can do in this is that just take care of your calculation. I think you just give
The total.
so now here, okay. So you can do in the okay in the initial part, okay. The initial part where you have your
Yeah.
initial, where you have your initial, you can see
Here.
where you have your initial. You have your initial amount, okay. So this your initial amount is going to give you this. So what we could do is that you can just take care of uh, that method. Okay, so instead of you put interest here, like putting interest here, I believe that you can take care of that one, remove the interest. Okay, so you can
Okay.
just give another one, okay, just for calculating of interest. You can use another method just for so you just take that
Calculating of. All right. Then I'm coming. So okay. I'm coming.
So what I'm saying is that so instead of that, you return in that interest. Okay, so you can just call the interest name there because you've already returned that value there.
Okay.
So you can just within your maybe where you are printing, you just call. So this place will only return.
Okay. Okay.
Instead of printing, you use a return type like all your
Which
calculation,
one?
whatever.
The new method I'm creating or the total amount method?
I'm talking about the new one that you are creating. Okay.
Okay.
Like what we do is that you return, okay, you return the value, okay, whatever that you are going to return, and you can call that one in another method to use.
Okay.
Okay. So you, I think there's another one. So can you stop? Let's
Okay.
complete what we are doing.
All right. All right.
the model, right? Or we didn't do model. We didn't complete with the model.
Yeah, we did model. You said we'll move on to packages. Yeah.
So let's concentrate on package. Okay. So what I did explain this to you. Okay. So what I said was that package is also a folder. Okay, like a directory. Okay, where you can keep different content. Like I can have a class within a package. I can have a method, a class, okay, let's say a function within a package, and then I can have a variable within the package. Okay, so that is package. Okay, so if you check here, this is my this is my uh, let me go to my desk. Now when you check here, that is my directory. This is my directory. So I've created a directory called calculator, as we can see. So inside TMC, now you check here, you can see we have this. Now this is an empty file. Okay. So every package is supposed to have this in it. Okay. When I open this, I can see that there's nothing in there. This is it's empty, empty file. So this is an empty file. Okay. So this tells you that this is what. So the init file, let Python know that what you created is a package. Okay, so that will what make Python know that they created what a package. So now I have a different file. So this is what a file. Okay, and this file is called a module. I believe for now you already know a module, right? So a module can contain more than one word function, can contain a variable and stuff. Okay, so this is a module. So when I open my module here, you could see that I have a content here, and this is the content that I have. So power, so a function, I have a function here. What are the function? Just for a number, I raise to the power. So the base and the exponent. And a square root, I have another function that is square root. Okay. So this actually is a model. Now I want to put my model together in one folder. So when I do that, this is the folder that I've created called calculator. Now inside this calculator, I have my math operation and advanced operation. But to make Python knows that you are dealing with a package, you need the init function here. But this init, so this init here, just a file name, just a file. Sorry, I said function. Sorry, init file. So this init file here shouldn't have any content, just empty. So you do underscore underscore init underscore underscore py inside that. So when you run your code, now Python will know that this you are talking about what a package. So now you see that the first code that we wrote, okay, was this what we went through last time was operation. So within our operation, we talked about this. Okay, I hope you remember. We did add, we did mod, we did sub, and we did def. I hope you remember that.
Yeah.
So this is what we did. And then this far is what is called a model. Okay, because it contains different what functions which we put together. And that's where reusable code comes in. So it means that I can call this function within another program and use by using the keyword import to import it into my other program and use. Okay. So if I want to have this function, these models in another program, I want to add another additional model to it. Okay. So if you add another one, so now you see that I have another one for advanced operation. But advanced operation will be separate file. So if I want to put all these files together, then I need to create a package for that. Okay. So within your package, you can have different models, and then to work with. Okay. So if I want to do that, all that I needed to do is what create what a self file first. So when you come here, this is the folder. When you come here, you see that I have self.py. Okay, so self.py is the file. Okay, and then it's empty file. Okay, then I have advanced operation, which is a file, a model file, which I have here, and I have the mass operation. So from our previous class, I hope you remember what we did in our previous class, right? Hello,
Hello.
hello. Yeah, I hope you remember what we did. Uh, DIR. I hope you know what it means.
Yeah.
What I
In
what?
uh it's like it has a similar function to like a help. It gives you info about.
No. Okay, so the DRI simply means what? Directory. I hope you remember. You keep that as directory. So
Yeah.
maybe you see the directory inside the folder. What are the contents in that folder? So if I have a box and I've packaged the box nicely, I just present it to you. Definitely, you may want to know what is inside the box. So you want to open it to see the content of the box, right?
Ah.
Yeah. So you can use the DRR to check the content. Okay, so let's see. So before now, we've created the package. So to get access to individual uh, models, you need to first import what the package. Okay, so we can use from what calculator. Okay, so from calculator here will give us what will connect her to what the package name. So the package name is the calculator. Okay, and then we can say what imports. What do we want to import? Imports. What are we importing? What are you importing? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what are we importing? We are importing advanced operation and then mass operation. Okay, so if I come here, advanced, so advanced, and then we also import mass. Okay, so you got mass operation and then advance. Import that. Okay, so once you do that, you get it. Now I'm getting a message here. Why? Why am I getting this message?
Is it
Why am
because
I
you
getting
didn't
this?
call? Is it because you didn't call Python?
Yeah, I didn't move to the interactive mode. So of course this one will show that this is not a Python, this is not Windows command. So it tells you that it doesn't have the keyword that you are trying to use, that's from calculator. This is not done there. So the first thing is I need to do that. Okay, sorry. It's good that you know. So now I move here and then I can do that. Okay. So when I hit here, you see that it just put me here. So now if I want to see the content, what I have here within advanced operation, I can do del. So inside my del, I'll type advanced operation. Okay. So now when we hit enter, okay, you can see that what are some of the things that we have. Can you see that we have power?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this power is coming from here. That is the function. So this power, this is how we will see that, and then we have what? Square root. But other things that you see here, like built-in cache and all those things, is generated by Python itself when you have the init. Okay, so if you go to that folder, this one was generated by Python. So if you go to the folder here, you could see that we have this file. Now this one tells you that the init file will generate this automatically to let you use it. So you can see here init, and then you can see here additional, you can see here advanced. So these are the things that I've already used it for. So you can see the operational mass operation. So mass operation, then it gets generate the mass operation file. Then it generate this one. Okay. So now this one that you see here is being generated using what? So what Python are we using? From here, I think you will know the Python we are using. What Python? What Python are we using?
C Python.
C Python, which we told you earlier on. So we are using C Python. So now it will tell you that C Python and give you the version. So this is the version that I have, I'm using. So just show. So this will generate automatically by cache. So now it has generated the operation. I did one for operation. So that's why you see that. And then the one that currently I'm showing to you is the mass operation, then the advanced operation. Okay, so you can see that once this one has been generated, then I can, when you call it, you will see that it now is showing here. So you can see the cache file, then it shows that. So if I want to see for the any details of this, you can also do likewise. So now that you understood this, let's go over. Let's continue. So here I can check for the mass operation, which is this. Okay. So if I come here and do for mass operation, so this is also going to give me this. So inside of my mass operation, you see that we have added when we are in add, def, mod, So this is what I just created. So now with this method has been generated automatically from your file. Okay. So now I can use this one. So if I come here and I say add, now to use the add here, I need to use the file name. So because this is the file, the model. So I need to call the model name, then which for the dot operator. So I can say mass underscore operation. So with this one, you use the dot operator. Now I can call any of them. Let's say add, and then place my information there. What can I place there? Add, I can add two things from what we just did. Okay. Now you see that here I'm getting error message. Why? Because we didn't add another one like last or so. So yes, something like this. And then you see that it will calculate it for us. Okay. So now you can see here I have 5. If I call for start, let's say I call for start, that is the start here. That will give us a negative value. Okay, so with this, but before you can get this function, you need to use the file name, that is the model name, because each function is inside what the module. Okay, so you have to use the module name. So dot will call the content of what the module. So module name dot. Then you can call the content, what exactly you want to see or you want to use. But you see something here. This one is long. Can you see that mass operation? So the module names, they are very long. Okay. So if I want something which is a little bit small, then you can do something different. Okay. That is what last time I told you. So what did I say? If I want to shortcut maybe mass operation, do you remember? Do you remember?
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, yeah, I think, yeah,
We use as, right? Right. We use the import this as, then you give what you want it to be like. Okay. So for now, let's look at the. I want to check the directory, and for instance, if I want to check the directory and see some. So we've gotten the information from our operation. Okay, so we know that when we come to this, we've already imported the mass, we've already imported mass operation, we've already imported. So if I check the operation, you see that the same information will come again. Okay, so that's what exactly we've done. Now let's check another one. So instead of instead of me using all this one, you can see they are long. So I can say that import advanced operation as maybe ADV. So ADV simply means advanced. Okay, then I can also come here, import mass operation as maybe OP. Okay, let's say MOP, which is mass operation. Then maybe let's do ADO. Let's see, like ADO. Okay, let's still maintain what we've done. So now once I come here, now I've just shortcut everything. Okay, so now you see that everything is now being shortcut. Okay, so if I just come here and then I see I use the word the MOP, and that will also give me the same thing. Okay, so now it makes it very short for me. So I can use MOP dot to call the file that I want to call. So maybe I want to call add and then use that one. So I can just say maybe 4 plus is 4 5. Okay. I hope it's clear.
Please.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is just a demonstration here. So now if for instance I want to create another file. Let's say I want to create another file. For here, what we just did, I want to create another file. And it says that I'm going to do for a simple operation. So instead of here, now this you are hiding your code. Every code is being hidden here. So I'm creating another file here. And this file is where I'm going to call my functions to use. So here I'll just create a file by name, maybe check me. Okay, so now I have this file. So inside of this file, I can use from import from calculator. From calculator, import. Now, so what are we importing? We are importing advanced operation as ADV. Then I also import for the mass operation. So what makes this one easy is that only when you just start, it just pop up for you. So you don't need to worry yourself as MOP. Okay. So now I can now use this one to do my work. So if I can, what we are saying that you can even encrypt all these folders where your content are, and then you just give this one. So if here and I just say, let's say simple operation. So simple operations, I can just call for ADV. Okay, let's say MO dot add. Okay, so here I could say 2, 4. So these 2, 4 will do that. So here I can just write a simple and say print. Let me do a simple print. Print addition. Okay. Then I will do another one. Print. So here I'll do MOP dots. What are we adding? Sub, right? Then I can say maybe 30, 25. Okay. So with this, if I run this program, like check, it's going to run everything for me. Okay, so let me exit here. So if I type Python and I type check me, let me check here. Now, why is it that it's saying that no file in the directory? Who can tell me? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, why is that I got an error message that no file in the directory? When I did run here, you could see that there's a file here that can't open, no such file or directory. Why? Why? Because I've not opened the folder which I'm trying to run. Okay, so I need to move to that directory, cd calculator. Okay, so now I can just test the code, what I'm doing here, and see the code was check me.py. Okay, so now check me.py, you see that nothing came out. Okay, so why that nothing came out? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, why is that when I ran the code, nothing came out? It did not give me any output. Why? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm seeing that once I just ran this code, you realize that I didn't receive any outputs as I was expecting outputs, because if you run it, you should see outputs. But this one, what I just did, I did not see any output, and I'm asking, you don't know the reason why nothing came out from what I just ran.
Is
Mm. Any idea? Hello.
Hello.
So is it because of the you didn't bring a return?
I didn't bring return
To the code.
code because here, let's see. When you check here, all that we are doing here, we are returning everything. Returning everything here. We see that we are returning everything here. Okay. So if I come here, now you could see that what I'm doing here, I did not. Can you see what is here? At
Yeah.
least the message supposed to come, the print supposed to come, but nothing. It means that I did not save my file. Can you see this? You said that it's showing some byte board there. Okay, so that's what is happening. So at least the print addition is supposed to come, subtraction supposed to come, but then you can see that nothing is coming at all. So it means that I did not save my file. So now I've saved it. Let's run the code again. Now it's now giving us another information that the name calculator. Now you can see here that it's now popping up with actual information. Okay. Now what is here? Module name, no module name. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah, no module name calculator. So it's telling us that no module name, like the module name that we've invented here, no module name calculator. So that is what it's telling us, no module name calculator. So why that message? Hello? Hello? Do you
Hello.
have any do you have any idea? So now we 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 have gotten, you see the file that I just created. Where did I save it? If you can check, where did I save it? Check where I save it. It's inside what? Where is check me?
Calculator.
Calculator. Okay. So now when we come here, you could see that I have this one, check me, inside what? Calculator. Okay. So now I'm going to create another file, but this time I won't put it inside what? Calculator. Okay, so I'm going to create another file. So now you will see that this is the file, this is the folder that houses everything. Okay, so I'm going to create another file, but this time it's not going to be inside calculator. I'm going to put it somewhere different. Okay, so when we come here, when we come here, I'll click here. This is our main folder, PMC. The PMC is what we are using, the PMC. And inside the PMC, we have all these contents. Okay, so I'm going to create another one with PMC. Okay, and then this time I will say try me. Okay, okay, let's say add me. Okay, so add me.py. Okay, so I've created another one, but this time it's outside the calculator. Okay, but then I'm going to put the same content I just did from here. So I'll copy the same content, what I just did here. Copy it and then go to add me. Okay, and paste the content. Okay, so I have this one inside add me. So now if I'm here, I'm supposed to move outside. Okay, so cd. So now I'm inside this one. So let's run Python space. Then the file that I'm writing is running is what? Add me. So add me.py. Do you see that it's working?
Yeah.
So you see that now, if the reason why this one is not coming, that one I hope you should explain to me. But then at least I'm able to get addition and then subtraction printed out. The reason is that what that we are doing as if you want to hide your code. So here I want to hide all my code like this one. So if you are hiding something, you need to write another one in where you want to hide. So I want to hide the calculator folder, which I can encrypt this calculator folder, and then I'll write outside the calculator folder and then import that so that you don't see my entire code. I hope you get the idea.
Yeah.
Anytime you are importing a package, you don't import a package within the same package. So if I'm importing item from outside, importation is please sorry. Importation is from where? I just want you to get the basic under. If you are importing something, you importing from what? Within or out?
Out.
Out. So when you are within, you can import. So that is the basic understanding. When you are within. So if I'm within the calculator folder, I can import calculator while I'm inside calculator. So it's the same thing. You can import something from Ghana while you are in Ghana. You can only import from maybe Togo while you are in Ghana. So that is the basic idea about that. Now that you've gotten the packaging concept, let's look at this. Now you realize that here I want to see the output. It didn't come. Who can tell me why? Hmm, any idea? Do you have any idea? Okay.
Uh,
So now, yeah, you want to say something?
uh, yeah, please, don't you have to print it or something? Or
Yeah, we have to print it. You have to print it. So now you see here what that we were doing. Anytime you are returning something, when you return a value, when you return a statement, and you want to see the output, we what we print. So now you need to print what this function. So for instance, if like I just change here, instead of return, I use the word print. In that case, when I call, everything will come. So now let's do a simple exercise. So instead of return, I'm going to change it to print. Okay. So I'll change here to print. Okay. And then I'll change here to okay. Sorry. I think we use what the mass operation. So let me do that here. So when I come here, I'll change this one to print. Then I'll change this one to and then we did the sub. I hope you are following.
Yes, please.
Okay. So now let's go back to our code and then try again. So this time, once I run this code, you see that it came. Now I have the result 6 and what 5. Okay. Based on the information that we provided here, called admin, we said that we provided what this, which is 2 and then the 30 and this. So definitely it's going to give us this answer. I hope it's clear.
Yes.
Now, when you print from a function, then when you are calling, we don't print again. So from here, if like here, I do another print here, it will give us a message called none. Okay, so now let's see. Because you are not returning. So if you are not returning anything and then you want to print, the output will be what? None. I hope you remember that we did that when we were starting the course. And I said that when you are not returning and you print, the default of any function, return function is what? None. Okay, so now we print here. You can see that we did not return, and then we are printing. So when we run this code, you see that it came none. Do you see none?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this none is coming from return. Okay, it tells us that we are not returning anything and we want to print. So it will give us none. The default of that is none from our previous class, if you could remember. So we are not returning any value. When you come to here, operation, we are not returning any value. So if you are not returning any value and you want to print, it will definitely give you what? None. So let's change here to return. So the moment I return, then I need to print. So anytime you are returning something and you want to see the output, you have to what? Print. So now here I'm changing these ones to return. Sorry, I'm changing this one to return. Okay, so now I've changed it to return because I'm working with add and what? Subtract. Okay, so let's save this and then go to admin. So now you can see it's the same code. I'm not changing anything. So let's run it again. Do you see the none is not there? How we can see none is not there?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. So anytime you are returning a value from a function, you need to print it to see the output. Okay. So if you are not returning and then you print a function, you are not returning a function and you print a function, it will give you none. That is the default. It tells you that you are not returning, you want to print. So if in case you see some in your code, you know where the issue is coming from. So you should go there and check it. So anytime I'm printing and I'm calling that function, if I'm printing inside the function, and I'm just calling it. I don't need to print again, because when you print again, it will give you the output and give you the default of not returning. So that is the understanding of the return statement. So if you are not returning and you are printing, you just call this. So here we will just call this, okay, and then the output will come. So now you can see here, I'm printing multiplication. You can see I'm printing multiplication. So when I come here and I call for mod, let's say I call for mod. Let me write another one. Print so I'll use I'll use the word mod. So dot mod. So now I can see 3 and 6. So 3 times 6. Okay. So once I save this content and I'll come here and run this, you see that I'm not printing here, but because I'm already printing, so now you see that gave me the answer. So when you are printing in and you are calling, you don't print again. So I can, if I want to print again, you can just assign this one to a variable. You can also assign to a variable, and then you call the variable name. So I can also see that here will be answer, and then when I do that, I need to call answer like this. It's the same thing, but anything what you just need to understand the basic. Once you understand the basic, the rest you decide what exactly you want to. Because you are seeing this answer here, but it's giving us because we are already printing. I hope it's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the basic understanding of a model and a package, and you will see it a lot in application and stuff. So sometimes you can see some code like this, and you don't know where is the other part of the code. Sometimes where maybe the technicalities are, they can just hide that part and place it somewhere, and you will run the whole thing, you won't see that part, but everything will work perfectly. So mostly we use that packages to hide certain things that you don't want other party to see. Okay, so now we understand the basic programming concept. We've done with variable, we've done with um, variable declaration, how to declare a variable. We are also done with the variable naming convention, how to name your variable properly. We've done that. Then we are also done with assigning a value to a variable. The variable occupy a memory address. We went through that. So you know that anytime we assign something, it's assigned to a memory address. So if I want that thing, you can assign the same memory address to if you want to repeat the same thing. So instead of doing the same thing, you can just assign the memory address. And that is what we are using in the classes. As you can see here, we just call the same thing again. Okay, so that's one thing that when you use a class makes, so you can see here when you define everything here, you just call them, you just assign the same thing again. So in the same self that is duplicating, so which helps save the memory usage. Because if I'm going to clear every instances where I'll declare a new variable and assign the initial, but when it's like this, you duplicate it in all this space everywhere. So it's just one variable So anything that you assign to it, you go with the same address. So the address does not change. Okay, so we went through that, how to use the memory addressing system, and now we've moved on to individual data types. We've talked about the basic data types, which are the number data type, and then the Boolean data type. Then we look at the collection type, the collection types, which we talk about the floats, we talk about sorry, I say floats. The collection type, we talk about the list, we talk about dictionary, we talk about tuple, we talked about set, okay, and then the string as well. So these are the collection types. And then we said the collection types are also can be termed as well sequence. Okay, sequencing means that they follow a particular pattern. And we said that every sequence item can be attributable. Can be attributable simply means that you can look to get individual elements. I hope you remember that, right? And then we look at the list comprehension. We did a little bit of list comprehension where instead of you writing the for loop, you can put everything in the list comprehension. Just within one line, you should be able to write the whole code. We did that, so you quite remember. And then we look at looping, the for loop, and know what the for loop simply means. So the for loop simply means iteration, where you want to iterate through a list of or document or to get individual, and look at a while loop, and we talk about while loop as what, for repetition. So we use the while loop for automations and all those things. It's something that you'll be doing over and over again. You can automate it by putting into what, a while loop. We've talked about input function, and I've explained the basic concept of programming to you, which I said programming and or computing is all about what, accepting data, processing data, and then execute what, the output. That is the basic understanding. So we went through that, and I said anything that comes from what, input function comes as what, a string, and we demonstrated that. So if you quite remember, we went through all those things, and then we checked every aspect, and then we did with the casting. I hope you remember casting.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah. So we talk about casting means that converting one data type to another. So we can cast int to maybe float, or can cut float to int, string, boolean. We went through all those aspects. Then we also did a little bit of binary, right? So we did a binary conversions, and then how to convert binary data from base 10 to binary. And then we learned that in the binary or a bit data. So if I have 8 bits, 8 bits can be what? Bytes, right?
Yeah.
So it becomes bytes, and then we learn about how to use the bytes operations. Okay, so we went through that, and we also learned about the keyboard, that individual keyboard color letters that we have. Under it is a integer. Okay, and then when you key in that integer, or like the base, that is base 10, will be converted to what, a binary. And then we did a little bit of calculations, how all these things are being done. We went through that, so you saw how we were able to actually do all these things. Okay, we've talked a little bit of the string properties. So we know a lot of string properties where we can use the string property. We talk about the list one, we talk about the dictionary one, then the set. So basically, we've tackled a lot of different components that you need to know in Python, and we've asked a lot of questions. Okay, so gradually by next we should finish with the models that I've given you. So when you check here, when you check our notes, that's what I've done for you. For this month, you'll be able to look at all these components. So everything about this, we've tackled that. Okay. So that's what the module 1 is all about. Okay. So we've gone through a whole lot of things. So it left it. Yesterday we were supposed to meet, and then I think today we've met twice, right? This week twice, right? Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we have one session that we need to. So at that session we should complete everything here. We can see that we are here. They're using the model and the packages. That's what we went through. So creating a package, we went to creating example package, creating packages. Then we do our summary. So I'll use our last phase to go over summary and then anything that you don't understand, so that we can conclude module 1. And in our next phase, which is next month, we'll go into details by applying all that we've done so far. And that's where we will test the knowledge, what we've absorbed so far. But I think we've tackled a lot of Python stuff, the basic stuff you need to know. We've tackled all these ones. Okay. So if you have any questions so far, you can't. If there's any question, if there's no question, then we can end the session here. And our last session, I want us to do it on Monday. Monday, our last session for module 1, we should conclude that. Okay, we should conclude the module 1 on Monday. So Monday, already we are done with module 1, but just that I want us to review everything that we've done so far, and then you bring your input. So our last session will going to be more of interactive, and then try to see what that we've done, if there's something we need to go over and all those things, so that I will make sure that at least module 1, the basic understanding of programming in terms of Python, you're okay. You understand all those things and you know what exactly you are doing. If there's any challenge, you know how to fix that. That will be our last section for this month. Then we look at module 2, where we go into more details about applying the concepts that we've learned so far. So if there's any question, you can. Do you have any question for me? Hello?
No, please.
Yeah, okay. So I guess all of you, you're okay. So I'll send the video. I'll send the video over. So Nana, what I want you to try what you were doing, try it out and see how. If you are not able, then our last session where we meet. But then I'll review all your assignments. So please kindly send your assignments. So it's also going to be part of our reviewing process. So we can go through everything. Okay, so try your hands on what you were doing. Okay, so our last session, we conclude everything. So if you've not submitted your assignment, please kindly do that. Kindly do that. So when we are reviewing, we review together. So any doubts that you have with, we can clear all those doubts. Then we move on to the next stage. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. I will upload the video. Sorry for the other day. I had a challenge with my internet. Okay, so that's why I couldn't upload it. So I'll do that one, and then of course today's one. So you should get all today. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.